I am here in a true artist garden. This is Charmin Owings of Owings Brown Studio, and she is a artist in many mediums, and her husband Ross. And tell us the name of your studio.
It's Owings Brown Studios.
Rock Knob. Why do we call this Rock Knob?
Rock Knob is a side business that we started in 1995 where we take river rocks and we do a wax pattern just like for jewelry.
Okay.
And we cast it out and then we make doorknobs from it, or sometimes we do plumbing hardware or light fixtures, any kind of architectural detailing.
So you're actually creating art as the jewelry for people's homes.
Yeah, that's exactly correct.
And we've also seen your art at the Rhododendron Species Botanical Garden.
Yes.
And then standing in front of this piece, here is something I have got to ask you. Is the art futuristic and modern, or is it primitive? Because it seems to be a mix of the both.
It is absolutely a blend. Ross does a lot of different series of work, but the big umbrella over his work is the title Future Primitive Ritual Artifacts.
Okay, so future, primitive, ritual artifacts. So it's futuristic with, I see computer parts in some of this art, and then it's very primitive, like it's ancient.
Yes.
Oh, I love it. I love the way that you've set it into your garden rooms. How big is this garden?
We own 5 acres, but we garden about 2.5.
And there's separate garden rooms. The garden art is beautifully sited, and that's something I think that homeowners can learn from you. So what tips do you have for siting art in your garden?
Well, part of it comes from just a lack of knowledge of how to garden. When we started, this was open pasture, and we think of our sculptures or any other art that we bring in just the same way as we think of a tree or a shrub, and we place it accordingly, and then we do the plantings around it. It's almost like doing big still life.
Oh, big still life art. So, and I particularly like how, like, if you have a lighter piece of art, you framed it with dark purple barberry, and it just pops out on you. But then you've also used some really charming, whimsical pieces of art. The bunnies. I think this garden is famous for the bunnies. And then the hearts. There's hearts throughout this garden.
Right. The hearts are part of a Valentine history that we have. Ross makes me a Valentine every single year, and the ones in the garden were the 15th year, and there are actually 15 of them.
Oh, 15 hearts in the garden. Okay, so he's an artist and he's romantic too, is what you're trying to tell me.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Hey, we really appreciate, the entire community appreciates that this garden will be open on the Enumclaw Garden Tour. The public can come as part of the price of their ticket on the tour. But you have other groups come here as well? We
do. We entertain other garden groups and photography groups and parties and just all kinds of things.
Wow. So, and if people want more information on how you can visit this garden and information on any of the artists that we're talking about today, go to Dig in Seattle and you can find links to these very creative people that are also gardeners.